Hi guys, back again. We're switching things up. We're doing the little prompts in a bowl. Before I was doing it with like number generator and then using a little table I'd made, but this kind of feels more fun. It feels more, I don't know, I just want to do it this way. I got a cute little bowl from IKEA. So I've printed out what I think is about a mountain of prompts. Some of them are the same as the ones I've probably already had, but you know, we're just gonna have to live with that, guys, so it's fine. As you can see, we're just gonna deal with the squeaky floors. That's kind of how my room just rolls. As you can see, we've now got purple on the shelf. So for those that don't know, I'm on a book buying ban. I'm doing okay. My plan was to sort of reduce my TBR. I did a video where I like went through my whole TBR and I think I had about 68 books, which isn't loads, but I want to fit them all on one shelf. So even though I'm going to go on a book buying spree after my book buying ban's over, so it's going to completely undo all my hard work. But basically this is my TBR, my rainbow TBR. I have 5 more pink books that would go up here, but obviously they can't fit. So we've got up to purple, and then I have 5 pink books over there, plus 3 Talking Jack the Ripper books that are too big for the shelf. 8 books over there. I just dropped this one on the floor. We're going to begin with this one. A book with a purple cover. That's what we're going to begin with. I think I've had this one before, but and I know what book I put on before. I'm not going to choose that one though. I only have really 2 purple books. I have Catherine Howard by Alison Weir and You'll Be the Death of Me by Karen A. McManus. I'm also currently filming a rainbow video where I'm reading a book that represents the colour of the rainbow. Yeah. And I'm about to start my pink book, so purple will be next after that because I'm doing it in a weird order. Just don't question it until you see it, okay? So I know what book I want for this, and I'm gonna pick You With the Death of Me because this is the last Karen McManus book that I have out of all of hers that I've not read, and I really want to do a reread of her One of Us Is Lying series before One of Us Is Back comes out, which is the 3rd book in that series, and she wrote those books. This one isn't part of that series, but all her books look so cute together, so I really do want to read this. And it's about skipping school and someone gets murdered, which, you know, it is a thriller, a little young adult thriller, and that's what I'm going to choose for book 1. I think that's a great idea. Me, look at me, I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Oh my god, maybe even 3 birds, because murder, that's the 3rd bird dead. Number 2. Okay. Try a new author. You're never going to see these. I'll try and show you them. Maybe one day it'll focus. I'll probably just take a picture of them and or just write it on the screen. In case my accent doesn't really collaborate with your minds. Yeah, anyway, what was the prompt? Try a new author. Okay, so we're... Right. Oh, I'm home alone today and I actually think I'm going a bit insane. Quite a few options for this because a bunch of books I have are just kind of random standalones, but I'm going to think of this in a way that it's an author that is probably quite popular and I've never tried them. I'm going to think of it maybe like that so that I can reduce my options a little bit. Okay, I've found a variety of books. I've got 6 books here that I feel like fit into this category well. Taylor Jenkins Reid, never tried her. This is her first book and give me a break. Her first book, Forever Interrupted. So I think that's a great contender because I really do want to read one of her books. Got The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. Technically 2 authors. Never read a book by her, but I do own a couple of them, so I do want to get around to this. Plus it's a summer book and summer is almost over, but we've got the whole August and that's what this story is about. This video, oh my god, that's what this video is about. So got Verity by Colleen Hoover. Coho, you either love her or you hate her. I don't know yet because I've never read one of her books. This is the only book of hers I've ever owned, and it's because it's a thriller and I'm more into thrillers than romance, so I figured this would be a good place to start. Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I think that's another good contender because I think V.E. Schwab's quite popular. It's a thick book, man. Then I've got Linda LaPlante's Buried. I know that she's written a fuck ton of books, that woman, and I've had this, I think I got this at Christmas, so it would be good to maybe try one of her books. And then the last one I've picked out is Catherine Foxfield, It's Behind You, because all her books are gorgeous and I really want to like them and they're young adult. To narrow it down, I'm going to say I've already picked a young adult thriller, so I'm going to take It's Behind You Away, same genre. I've read a lot of thrillers recently, so for the same reason I'm going to put away Buried and Verity, because Verity's a thriller, isn't it? Honestly, I think it's between these two. This one because I want to read a TGR book, and then this one because it's summer vibes. I'm leaning towards The Unhoneymooners just because I know that if I don't read it in summer, I'm probably not going to read it till next summer, whereas Forever Interrupted I could probably read anytime. We're going to go with The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. A book you're desperate to read. That's a good one. I don't think I have any books that I'm desperate to read at the moment though, because right, let me think for a second. Think. I'm gonna pick a new prompt. I'll keep that one in mind, and maybe I'll come back to that at the end. Book with a map. Okay, fantasy book. Well, there are some thriller books that have a map. Daisy Darker had like a floor plan. A floor plan. I love a good floor plan. Court of Silver Flames, that has a map in it. I know that for an absolute fact, and I need to read this. And this was on my TBR last month. What others do I have? I have Dance of Thieves and Vow of Thieves, the duology. It's a fantasy. And oh, the writing is massive. It does have a map. Court of Silver Flames. Yes. Okay, right. I'm going to put a Court of Silver Flames back on my TBR. It was on my TBR for last month and I never read it. And I just know that I want to. I don't know. It's just daunting. It's so long. It'll be the longest book that I've probably ever read. How long was Order of the Phoenix? I don't know. It'll be one of the longest books I've ever read though. I'll put that on my TBR. A book you think will be a 5-star. That's a good one. Once again, there's no books like I'm desperate to read, and I feel like if I'm desperate to read it, it will probably be a 5-star. I think Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone and A Certain Hunger are both books that really intrigue me. Along with Bunny. Oh my god, these three together. That is the cutest little trio of books. Look at that, that's so pretty. I don't know why, that just like makes my head happy. Or my brain. Both. If I were to pick out of these three, I don't know. They all give me like the same vibe, and I don't know why. So Bunny is kind of like a cult-like horror novel. Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone, I think, is just basically a thriller. And then this one's about a serial killer cannibal. It's called Pineapple on the front with blood on it. Ooh, I think I'm gonna pick this one because it just intrigues me so much. Okay, next we have book with a blue cover. Okay, getting the colours in there. I don't really want to finish the Death in Paradise quartet. I think I'm gonna choose Murder in the Caribbean. So this is a Death in Paradise novel, the BBC TV show, and there's 4 books in this series written by the guy that wrote the show. All very easy, cozy crime reads. And this is the 4th one, and that means I will have read them all, and they'll all be gone. I can reread them, I know that I can, but they make my heart sing. Because they're about D.I. Richard Poole, which is the first detective in the Death in Paradise series, and he ends up dying. It's not a spoiler, the show's been out for like 10 years. Before people get mad. So it's great to have kind of more of him. Any thriller novel. Okay. It looks like it's going to be a thriller month, which is, I mean, I'm always reading thrillers. I don't know why that's like, it sounds like it's a bad thing. It's not by any means. I have so many thrillers. God. Where do I even start? Okay, so currently I have 1 young adult and 1 adult thriller, and then, which honestly could even be a contemporary fiction, the cannibalism one, it depends. Sometimes I find that thriller novels are more contemporary fiction, even though they have that kind of, they're not thrilling, but they have the sort of elements in it that people would probably class as a thriller, you know, like murder. But like the book How to Kill Your Family, I'd consider that a contemporary fiction, even though she's committing murders. The way it's told, the story, gives more contemporary fiction vibes. Like, it's not thrilling in the sense that a thriller is. It's a great book. It's just, you don't feel on edge really, which is, I think, is how I'd class a thriller book. So, okay, so really I don't have that many thrillers. I keep standing. I like that I'm getting mad that I'm standing on things when my room is an actual mess. But anyway, there's The Silent Patient. That's one I've been wanting to read. And Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. That's another good one. I believe these don't count horrors and slashers. I think I have a different prompt for that, so which is a shame because I love a horror slasher, but this is for thrillers specifically. So if I don't have as many as I thought I did. I'm gonna do It's Behind You, the Catherine Foxfield book, because although I already have a young adult thriller, I started this last summer and I didn't finish it. I only got what, because I dog ear pages, I can tell. See, it's helpful. I only got 33 pages in. I did not read much of this, but it's so short and I think it'll be such an easy read. And I don't know if it's set in summer, but it's like 5 contestants must spend the night in the dark and dangerous Umber Gorge caves, haunted by a ghost called the Puckered Maiden. Whoever lasts until morning wins £10,000. Oh, she's British. I don't know why I thought she was American. Or maybe this is just a British version. As the television producers ramp up the fright, secrets start to be revealed. These teenagers have hidden motives for taking part in the show, and could one of them be murder? I don't know why, just reality TV gives me summer vibes, and I know it's stuck in a dark cave, but it gives me summer vibes, which it shouldn't, but it does. Anyway, props are over here. I actually can't be bothered picking up the bowl every time, so you know, this is why I'm just appearing with bits of paper. Book with a number in the title. Okay. Do I have any books with a number in the title? Okay. Some of these are more loosely based numbers, and some of them are more definitely numbers. Okay, so there's 3 that are definitely numbers, and then 2 kind of loosely based ones, because I wasn't sure if I had any, but I definitely do. Everyone in my family has killed someone, just because it has everyone. I think it's quite... I don't think that really counts. And then the Alison Weir 6 Tudor Queens book. It's book 5. It's 6 Tudor Queens. Oh my god. I was like looking at the 5 being like, oh, I can say that it has a 5 in it, but it's 6 Tudor Queens. 6. That's a number. Oh my god. I want to say that it's been a long day, but like it hasn't. I've done nothing apart from this. Okay, so that means we have 4 books that work for this. We've got 6 Tudor Queens, The Vanishing Half. Half is a number. 13 Minutes, and The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. The Vanishing Half was on my TBR for last month, I think, and I didn't read it. And Catherine Howard has been on my TBR, not last month, but the month before that. But I do want to read this book. I enjoy these little historical fiction books about the Queens, and I can't see myself wanting to read any of the other 3, so I am going to pick this one. Oh, sod it. I've been trying to get this one in with every single prompt. I'm going to pick this one as the book that I'm desperate to read, because I think it's going to be a good book. So I'm going to pick this one for that, and therefore I'm not like cheating any of the prompts, which is good. Got a good wee summer colourful collection there. Let's go evaluate. At the desk. Hello. Who is ready for my flip of the books? The book stack flip. I did it. Okay. All these books are so short, and then you just have a Court of Silver Flames, and it's just a mountain, man. The first book we chose was You'll Be the Death of Me, and I've actually started this book before. I got 58 pages in, and it's Karen McManus' book. All her books are young adult little thrillers. They're all really short, and they all kind of have a designated colour, and I just find that really satisfying. They walk into a murder scene on their day of freedom. Don't skip school, kids. I never did, and look where I am. Anyway, then we have The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren, which I'm excited to try, and hopefully I'll actually read it. If I don't read it soon, then I'm gonna have to wait till next summer. This chunkster right here. I never even showed you the map. Imagine if it doesn't have a map in it. I think it does. There we go. Mapsy map. God, it's so much more dramatic than it was in the other books. We have A Certain Hunger by Chelsea G. Summers. Murder in the Caribbean by Robert Thorogood. Can you tell that I'm getting tired and I don't actually want to talk through them anymore? It's Behind You by Catherine Foxfield. 6 Tudor Queens, Catherine Howard, The Tainted Queen by Alison Weir. And Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson. This was one of the books that I like. Sometimes when I go into Waterstones and I see a hardback book, I don't want to buy it because hardback books are so much more expensive. And if it's not a book that I desperately need, like 5 Survive was, because Holly Jackson, Girls Guide to Murder here, people, then I won't get it. Like, I don't want to get it until it's out in paperback. So I will take a photo of it, and I will just kind of be keeping an eye on it for so long. I look up when it's going to come out in paperback, but then whenever I go to, like, Waterstones and I see it, I'm just like, I know I'm getting ya. When you're in paperback, and then this one came out early in the Watertons I was at. Not to be a snitch, but it did. And I just sort of saw it there, and I was with my boyfriend, and I was like, oh! I don't know why. It's just like I was obsessed with the book itself and just the concept of the book. I don't think I even explained that. Okay, I need to attempt a thumbnail now. That's like I look like a pigeon. There, that'll do. Books. That's so cute, look. Okay, that one's upside down. A lot of them are upside down. No, I think it's just this one. Bye, guys!